Tired of boring old romance animes? Introducing Losing Heroines. But instead of charging into a romance battle head-on, we, the bystanders, just pick up leftovers. We watch as our protagonist Warm Water deals with the three main colors of the keyboard switches, and his journey to emotionally support them. I know you viewers have eyes, and can watch the anime yourself, so I won't really do a full recap. For those without eyes, here's some braille. So join me as I introduce to you the wonders of this anime. This is Losing Heroines. Before I do anything, I need to introduce the main characters of the series. First of all, there's Yanami, the blue Clicky switch. She's always loud. She will let everyone know about her presence within a 50-meter radius because of this funky mechanic. You can't ignore her because she's always screaming like a gremlin child. She's very talkative, and over time you would either A, get used to the clicky sounds the keyboard makes, or B, get annoyed. Just like clicky switches, she's bumpy. Why do clicky switches create audible clicks then? Well, she's a fat loser. You see this part, right? Yeah, the part that moves on its own. And when you compare her and the two other switches, they don't have this. Yeah, it's called fat from all the calories she untook. Then how did she get dumped? The guy went for an upgrade and got a goddamn typewriter. Because instead of 50 meters, she can attract attention up to 100. Typewriters also tend to have heavier assets, so that's that. Next up, we have Lemon, the tactile switch. Just like Clicky's, she has a bump. However, unlike Clicky's, she doesn't have fats because of all the exercise she does. Hates yapping? Never fear. Tactiles give you great feedback without sound pollution. According to Keychron, the cons of Clicky's is that they aren't suitable for quiet spaces. Very understandable. Now let's look at the cons of Tactiles. Can be louder. If that's a con for Tactile, linear is non-existent. In the anime, the guy dumps the Tactile for a Mac keyboard with keycaps bigger than Archimedes' mirror. Told you the forehead's shiny for a reason. Can't wait for Mac keyboards to have the Find My function so it can find my location. Then we have Komori, the linear switch. Socially awkward to the max, she's the most quiet of the bunch, cementing her as a true gamer because she has the worst physical health and can't even do cardio. Comparatively, you can immediately see she's smooth and flat because all her nutrients actually went to her brain. She has this ultimate technique called no confidence and can't even talk normally. Personally, I think it's kind of hard to understand someone when they keep stammering. It's kind of bad. Her love interest, the former president, dumped her because books, reject technology, embrace books. I don't know, he's kind of an airhead. And that's that. Those are the basic three color switches. If you go to any stores, they'll usually provide you with these three choices because they're the most common ones. But wait, you said, I want more choices. There's more to choose, don't worry. And the anime personified them into side characters. The light novels introduced them in detail later on, but I'm covering season 1. There's Shikia, the clear switch. She's basically like a brown tactile switch, but with a more noticeable bump. Interpret that however you like. I chose her as the clear switch because A, the color, B, you can't see and notice her lurking around. It's also crystal clear that she's gonna die anytime soon. If I see someone walk like that or constantly act like that, even if you're not physically dead like a zombie, you're dead inside. It also takes more force to press on the brown keys than the clear keys because Lemon's jacked. It's very clear that Shikia has no idea what personal space is. Komori's socially awkward, but this is physically awkward. Also, what? And then there's Kaju, the black switch. Black switches are basically red but black. They're both linear and have no bump. The difference is that blacks are for people who want to train their fingers intensively because it takes 10 more grams of force to press a key. Black switches take up a lot of your energy, just like how it takes a lot of mental energy to even resist Kaju's constant barrage because she follows Nukumizu everywhere. The sister complex cannot get any bigger. She has to hug him to recharge her Oni-sama battery. Choosing the black switch is not for the physically and mentally weak. Please be warned. I'm a membrane keyboard user now. Just like in the major faction war in Losing Heroines, Tiara's just kind of there. Reason why I chose Tiara to represent membrane is that membrane keyboards have this plastic layer where under each key there's a plastic bump. It's a plastic mold with air inside. I call this a fake bump because it looks like a bump from the outside, but it's actually air inside. Guess who fits this description to a T? I don't think it's in the anime, but I saw this while scrolling through Wiki. Now that I've introduced all the characters, I'll give the basic premise for viewers who have never watched it. Losing Heroines is a mechanical keyboard propaganda disguised as a romance anime. It revolves around Nukumizu, this guy casually going around and collecting keyboard switches. As I've pointed out, the characters fit the keyboard switch's features, so basically you have arcs that last for 3 episodes revolving around one switch and what they actually do. By making these switches lose to some weird alternatives, it actually contracts exactly how they work. The author amplified their characteristics to make them have great dynamics with each other. Actually no, it's Gremlin 1, Gremlin 2, Gremlin 3, Gremlin 4, and Gremlin 5. Poor Nukumizu sandwiched between them, forced to be their mental support. But we can see his character development from being very dense to not knowing any social cues. Also, can we talk about his name, Nukumizu? His name basically revolves around him having the ability to put water into tier lists. He also takes public transport very seriously. Absolute beast of a guy. I don't know the genre anymore. I'll say it's comedy because of how the anime presents itself in the first 5 minutes you get this. At the end of the day, it's Losing Heroines. We're gonna lose anyways, and oh my god, season 2 announced. Never mind, we cannot stop winning. And then there's the fandom, and they're Certainly a lively bunch. Someone just called Anna a fat loser. Why are people horny over Lemon's abs? There's an entire Anna appreciation paragraph. Why is Komori getting choked? Kaju's a dog? You're gonna what? This is objectively false. I want to pick a side, but this is making me not want to. I want to add that these are all very weird posts made before the season 2 announcement. Yeah, lack of content can certainly affect a fandom. All in all, Losing Heroines is a great anime. I'll give this anime an 85,000 calories as a score because that is exactly how much Anna ate.